This is what a hot mess looks like. Okay, so while in Minnesota, as you know, if you watched my previous vlog, I did hit up Minnesota last weekend. That was lovely. I enjoyed it oh so much. I would enjoy it more if you guys were there. Y'all kind of out of state or like doing homecoming stuff or like in Northfield, which is south, and that's just. I went to go visit some of my Bible camp friends who were out at Northwestern, but not like Northwestern Chicago. It's like Northwestern, like in St. Paul, and so and then after I went to Northwestern, I was gonna go to Bethel, which was like 5 minutes away from there, and I was gonna grab some people. We were gonna go to the Wild game, have all this fun, go back, and I was gonna hang out with Maria. And so that's my Saturday night. And so I'm driving to Northwestern, and I'm driving along, and all of a sudden I have like emotional panic attack because I realized I forgot the Wild tickets back at the house. But I was like, you gotta keep going. You're running late. You told me you'd be like a half hour ago. Like, keep going. And like I'm driving, and it's like go through the concrete barrier. I'm like, no. So I keep driving, and it's like take another impossible turn and another one, and I was like, no. So then eventually I'm like way past my exit, and I'm like working on correcting this and fixing my life. And then my mom calls, and she's like, listen, you've actually got so far away from your destination, you're actually closer to the house. So then I pulled over and stopped in a scheduled parking lot. My mom dropped the tickets off. I'm driving. I'm getting close, so I call up my friend Amy Becker, and I was like, hey Amy, I'm like right there, like what do I need to do? Where are we gonna meet? And she's like, the guard tower. My phone died. I was like, are you serious? This is awful. So I'm like scrambling, freaking out, and I'm like having a panic attack. I started doing like birthing breathing where I was like and I was like, okay, you know what? Take this one step at a time, like keep your head in the game. So I'm like, okay, step 1, infiltrate the school. So I'm driving up, and I see the guard tower. I'm freaking out. I'm like, they're gonna kick me out. What do they think I'm gonna do? Like, am I gonna, like, I don't know. And then I like cried. I was so relieved. It was one of my friends from camp, Chris. He was like my boss for like a week, and I was like, oh my gosh, Chris, like, I know, like, I'm excited that I see you, but I'm also excited that I know you, and you know that I'm not like some robber, murderer, stranger. And so I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, Chris, hi. And he was like, hey. And I was like, hi. Do you know where I can find Amy Becker? And he was like, oh yeah, she's over there. Except he wasn't that excited. That was me, like, my residual excitement trying to. But anyways, he's like, oh yeah, she's probably over there. You know, dorm's over there. And I was like, thank you so much. I love you. He was like, I love you too. And then, so I drive over and I pull in and I park at the dorms. And then after I park at the dorms, I managed to get into the building because like the front desk lets me in. And then I'm like in the lobby and I'm like, I don't see Amy anywhere. What am I gonna do? So, and like my phone's dead, so I can't, like, I don't have anything to like fiddle around with and pretend to be busy as I look for her. So I was like, okay, best course of action now. Best course of action now would probably be, I'm gonna look on every floor, like see if I see her name on the door, see if I see her, maybe she's like walking around. So I'm like walking through all these floors, just like wandering, like completely lost. Eventually, I'm on like the 3rd floor, and I look out and I see her out like on the sidewalk in the street, and I was like, Amy, and I started banging on the window. I was so excited, and she was like, what are you even doing? Yeah, so I went to the log game, and that was like super intense. It was so much fun. And then the next day, I was gonna go hardcore thrifting. Like, I found this place where everyone's like, you gotta wear gloves. Everything's disgusting, but it's super cheap, and they sell clothes by the pound. They literally sell clothes like $1.29 a pound. So So I was like, hardcore thrifting, let's go. I'm so excited. And then she got food poisoning from homecoming. And I was like, you serious? So I instead went with my amiga Alex. Carly, you know, Alex. Yeah, that Alex. And so me and Alex, we hit up Uptown, and I got the best drink I've ever had in my life. I went to the tea garden. Oh my gosh, my hair looks so strange. I went to the tea garden, and I got like, it was a green tea latte with lavender and honey. It was so good. So good. Oh my gosh, like I can't even handle it. Like it was like, oh my god. Like I wish I could describe it to you in a way that would justify how amazing it was, but I can't because it was so good. And I went thrifting, and I got like a new flannel, and I got like a new sweater. And then we went to the Uptown cafeteria, and it was, we were so excited. We spiraled a little out of control. So at some point, we decided that either sophomore year, second semester sophomore year, or first semester junior year, we're going to go backpacking across Europe, while taking college credit and doing ministry. And Alex will make a documentary about our backpacking ministry adventure, and from that documentary we'll get recognized by the Academy, like the Oscars, and then we will get lots of money, and from our lots of money we're going to open up a two restaurants. One of them is going to specialize in tater tots that you dip in various things, and it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna dip it in like tomato soup and chocolate and whatever else. Dip in whatever you want. And then our second restaurant, we call it Soup Yo. And basically Soup Yo is, it's like Froyo, Freesiac, Yogurt Lab, except it's with soup. So it's like you choose your broth, you throw in your vegetables. We're working out the kinks, but it's a brilliant idea overall. The next day, Roxy had me. I did my nails, got my nails did, and I pretend to be busy as I'm